Few places rank as high on travelers' bucket lists as Italy. Whatever your taste in travel, you'll satisfy it in this country that is at once exotic and familiar. History, art, food, music, architecture, culture, sacred sites, charming villages, and stunning scenery are all around, and in an atmosphere that only the most confirmed curmudgeon could fail to enjoy. From the soaring Dolomite mountains in the north to the beaches of Puglia, and the ancient temples of Sicily, Italy is filled with outstanding places to see. These range from magnificent natural and scenic wonders to some of the greatest masterpieces of art and architecture the world has known. No matter where you choose, you can't go wrong. In this video we show you 30 of the most beautiful places in Italy. Number 25, Lake Como, Como. Como is a city at the southern tip of Lake Como in northern Italy. It's known for the Gothic Como Cathedral, a scenic funicular railway and a waterfront promenade. Como is home to some of the best attractions in all of Lombardy, and it is worth a visit even for a simple stroll through the streets of the center. It is an ideal destination both for those visiting Lake Como for a day and for those staying longer. The lake is famous for the natural beauty of its setting and for the handsome villas on its shores. Among the many noted lakeside resorts are Como, Lecco, Bellagio, Tremezzo, Menaggio, and Varenna. Several towns are connected by steamer services. Number 24, Varenna. Varenna is a picturesque and traditional village, located on the eastern shore of Lake Como, Italy. An essential stop for anyone wishing to visit one of the most typical and peaceful towns of the lake. This small village, where you can still breathe in the traditions of yesteryear, above all, fishing, is home to elegant villas with botanical gardens, such as Villa Monastero and Villa Cipressi, and beautiful walks between history and nature, Castello di Vasio and Seniero del Viandante. A visit to Varenna is a must if you are in Milan, from where you arrive after an hour train ride, or in one of the central towns on the lake such as Bellagio, Menaggio or Tremezzo, which are just 15 to 20 minutes away by ferry. If you want to see the beauty of the world, subscribe our channel. Number 23, Bellagio. Bellagio is a small jewel located on the promontory that separates the two southern branches of Lake Como, those culminating in the cities of Como and Lecco. It is one of the most glamorous and romantic destinations in Lombardy. In fact, the well-known Pearl of Lake Como is home to a colorful historic center, beautiful gardens, parks of Villa Serbelloni and Villa Melzi, charming neighborhoods, such as Pescolo or San Giovanni, and much more. Its central location makes Bellagio perfect for visiting beautiful surrounding towns such as Varenna, Tremezzo or Menaggio, where you can easily arrive by boat. Number 22, Milan. Milan, a metropolis in Italy's northern Lombardy region, is a global capital of fashion and design. Home to the National Stock Exchange, it's a financial hub also known for its high-end restaurants and shops. The Gothic Duomo di Milano Cathedral and the Santa Maria del Grazie convent, housing Leonardo da Vinci's mural The Last Supper, testify to centuries of art and culture. Milan is known for the majestic Duomo Cathedral, the prominent Opera La Scala, the medieval Sforza Castle, the dazzling Vittorio Emanuele II shopping arcade, and Leonardo da Vinci's legacy. Milan is also famous for its art, history, architecture, and football, as well as extraordinary fashion and culinary scenes. Number 21, CAMOGLI. What makes this seaside village such a special place is its own beautiful panorama, the charming marina, surrounded by the colorful historic buildings close to the seafront and the ruins of the medieval castle. The magnificent seaside promenade, full of typical restaurants and small band BS, built on the model of the Promenade des Anglais in Nice, in nearby France. Even the history of Camogli gives it a particular charm. Once, in fact, it was a very important naval center in the Mediterranean and was known as the City of 1,000 White Sailing Ships. In the mid-19th century, in fact, Camogli owned about 700 sailing ships and represented the third Italian power in the Mediterranean. Number 20, Cinque Terre, Vernazza. Cinque Terre, the Five Towns, is a string of 5 old fishing villages perched high on the Italian Riviera in the region Liguria, which until recently were linked only by mule tracks and accessible only by rail or water. To hike along this scenic coastline is the best way to explore the 5 villages: Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Monarola, and Rio Maggiore. The small fishing village Vernazza is probably the most characteristic of the Cinque Terre and is classified as one of the most beautiful villages in Italy. Vernazza was founded about 1000 AD, and was ruled by the Republic of Genoa starting in 1276. The medieval castle, Belforte, was built in the mid-1500s, primarily to protect the village from pirates. An ideal way to arrive to this breathtaking village is by sea. The tiny port is surrounded by subtle colorful typical Ligurian houses, and the charming piazza is lined with good restaurants and bars. There is a small, sandy beach in the natural harbor, the Church of Santa Margherita di Antiochia. The village is surrounded by very steeply terraced olive groves which are said to produce among the finest olive oil in the country. Number 19, Dolomites, SEISER ALM. The Dolomites, also known as the Dolomite Mountains, Dolomite Alps or Dolomitic Alps, are a mountain range located in northeastern Italy. They form part of the southern limestone Alps and extend from the river Adige in the west to the Piave Valley in the east. The Dolomites are renowned for skiing in the winter months and mountain climbing, hiking, cycling, and base jumping, as well as paragliding and hang gliding in summer and late spring/early autumn. Late spring, May, and early summer, June, are ideal months to visit if you are seeking cool weather that's comfortable for outdoor activities, and few other tourists. Hiking trails in the Dolomites tend to mostly open by mid to late May, after the snow has melted. SEISER Alm, in Italian, Alpe di Scisi, is a Dolomite plateau, and the largest high-altitude alpine meadow in Europe. Located in Italy's South Tyrol province in the Dolomites mountain range, it is a major tourist attraction, notably for skiing and hiking. It has an incredible jaw-dropping view that you should visit. Number 18, Cortina d'Ampezzo. Cortina d'Ampezzo is a ski resort in northern Italy. It's part of the Dolomiti Superski area, which encompasses the Falzarigo Pass, with its downhill runs. Cortina d'Ampezzo is located in the heart of Dolomites. So it's a good base point to stay for 2 to 3 days, and visit the most beautiful attractions in the mountains. At the summertime the prices are quite affordable, but they increase in winter, when Cortina becomes the center of ski tourism. There are 72 ski trails around. Number 17, Venice. Venice, the capital of northern Italy's Veneto region, is built on more than 100 small islands and a lagoon in the Adriatic Sea. It has no roads, just canals, including the Grand Canal thoroughfare, lined with Renaissance and Gothic palaces. The central square, Piazza San Marco, contains St. Mark's Basilica, which is tiled with Byzantine mosaics, and the Campanile Bell Tower offering views of the city's red roofs. Venice, known also as the City of Canals, the Floating City, and Serenissima, is arguably one of Italy's most picturesque cities. With its winding canals, striking architecture, and beautiful bridges, Venice is one of the most popular travel destinations in the world. Number 16, Burano. Burano is an island in the Venetian lagoon, northern Italy, near Torcello at the northern end of the lagoon, known for its lace work and brightly colored homes. The primary economy is tourism. It is often mentioned as one of the prettiest towns in Italy and also one of the most unique, thanks to two characteristics, its canals and its colorful houses that make the island a real rainbow of colors. Visiting Burano is easy. Burano is 45 minutes away from Venice. Number 15. Bologna. Bologna is the lively, historic capital of the Emilia-Romagna region, in northern Italy. Its Piazza Maggiore is a sprawling plaza lined with arched colonnades, cafes and medieval and Renaissance structures such as City Hall, the Fountain of Neptune and the Basilica di San Petronio. Among the city's many medieval towers are the two towers, Leaning Asinelli and Garazenda. The capital of the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, Bologna is one of the world's top food cities and serves as a great jumping-off point to explore the culinary delights of the surrounding area. It's also home to the oldest university in the world, the University of Bologna, which was founded in 1088. Number 14. Florence. Florence, capital of Italy's Tuscany region, is home to many masterpieces of Renaissance art and architecture. One of its most iconic sites is the Duomo, a cathedral with a terracotta tiled dome engineered by Brunelleschi and a bell tower by Giotto. The city is noted for its culture, Renaissance art and architecture and monuments. The city also contains numerous museums and art galleries, such as the Uffizi Gallery and the Palazzo Pitti, and still exerts an influence in the fields of art, culture and politics. Number 13. San Gimignano. San Gimignano is the epitome of a Tuscan hill town. About 25 miles from both Florence and Siena, it's the region's glamour girl, visually striking and perfectly preserved. It gets all the fawning attention from passing tour buses. But despite its tourist trap feel, it's still worth slotting into your Italian itinerary, especially if you can sidestep the hordes who descend during the day. San Gimignano is beloved because of its skyline of medieval towers. Though a unique sight today, pointy skylines were the norm in Tuscany in the Middle Ages, when feuding noble families ran the hill towns, think Montagues and Capulets. Each family had its own private army that would periodically battle things out from the protection of its respective family towers. While some were built as a refuge against attackers, others were empty, chimney-like structures built only to boost noble egos. Number 12. Pisa. Pisa is a city in Italy's Tuscany region best known for its iconic Leaning Tower. Already tilting when it was completed in 1372, the 56 meters white marble cylinder is the bell tower of the Romanesque, striped marble cathedral that rises next to it in the Piazza dei Miracoli. The city is spectacularly rich in history, from ancient churches and palaces to beautiful Italian squares. Number 11. Rome. Rome is the capital city of Italy. It is also the capital of the Lazio region, the center of the metropolitan city of Rome, and a special comune named Comune di Roma Capitale. The stunning metropolis is home to ancient history, ornate architecture, fine art and even finer food, and consistently ranks among Europe's most beloved travel destinations. 5 days are the ideal length of time to truly immerse yourself in the city. With 5 days, you will not see everything Rome has to offer, but you will be able to visit all the most famous attractions and you won't even have to run from one to the other. Number 10. Amalfi. Amalfi is a beautiful small town on the scenic Amalfi coast, a stretch of high coast in the south of Italy famous for jaw-dropping views and a panoramic drive. As the name suggests, Amalfi is the town that gives the name to the area. However, it is not just a starting point to visit the coast. Amalfi town is a historical, beautiful town well worth a visit in itself. Medieval in origin, Amalfi saw a time of splendor in the 6th and 7th century, a time when it dominated the trade routes of the Mediterranean. This success gave it beautiful and important architecture and wonderful landmarks we can still admire. Because of the beauty of the landscape and the important history, Amalfi is one of the most beautiful small towns in Italy and an Italy must-see. Number 9. Sorrento. The little town of Sorrento, you'll hear it called Sorrento in the local dialect, sits amid lemon and orange groves on the south side of the Bay of Naples, surrounded by craggy cliffs that rise 55 meters above the sea. Sorrento is worth a stop for its laid-back holiday air, beaches, and its old streets lined by noble houses. The heart of the town is busy Piazza Tasso, surrounded by little streets where you'll find shopping and places to eat. It's a delightful town for strolling, relaxing, and enjoying a bit of la dolce vita. And with all the major attractions around it, there are plenty of opportunities for day trips from Sorrento. Number 8, Positano. Positano is the most famous and iconic village on the Amalfi coast, the spectacular strip of coastline with the turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea to one side and the peaks of the Laterri Mountains to the other. The coastline stretches for 60 kilometers, 37 miles, south of Naples, Napoli, and north of Salerno in the southern Italian region of Campania. The entire Amalfi coast is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with highlights including Positano as well as the equally picturesque towns of Amalfi and Ravello. Take a dip in the crystalline waters off the coast, admire the dramatic cliffs by sea on a mini cruise, relax over a romantic dinner overlooking the water, and stroll along the narrow, twisting lanes under a lush canopy of wisteria and lemon trees. Number 7. Pompeii. Pompeii is a small town of about 25,000 inhabitants, not far from Naples, known throughout the world as the place where the eruption of Vesuvius in 79 BC has stopped time. The blanket of lava that Vesuvius erupted has covered, for centuries and centuries, everything with ash and lapilli. Its excavations, a UNESCO Heritage Site since 1997, represent one of the most incredible testimonies of a past that is still alive today. Pompeii has origins almost as old as Rome. Founded in the 8th century BC, the city owes its enormous fame to its tragic end caused, in 79 AD, by the eruption of the nearby volcano, Vesuvius. Number 6, Capri. Capri, an island in Italy's Bay of Naples, is famed for its rugged landscape, upscale hotels and shopping, from designer fashions to limoncello and handmade leather sandals. One of its best-known natural sights is the Blue Grotto, a dark cavern where the sea glows electric blue, the result of sunlight passing through an underwater cave. In summer, Capri's dramatic, cove-studded coastline draws many yachts. Number 5, Sicily. Sicily is full of superlatives, many of them relating to treasures of the ancient world. In Agrigento's Valley of Temples, for example, you'll see one of the 3 most perfect temples in the Greek world. At Salinet is one of the largest of all known Greek temples. Villa Romana del Casal in Enna, with more than 3,500 square meters of mosaics, is one of the best preserved villas anywhere in the Roman Empire and now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Sicily has its share of natural wonders, too, with Mount Etna ranking as continental Europe's tallest active volcano, and the nightly display from Stromboli, in the neighboring Aeolian Islands, its most dependable. Beyond its tourist attractions, you'll enjoy Sicily for its lively local culture and spirited people. Number 4, Isola Bella. Isola Bella is one of the Borromean islands of Lago Maggiore in North Italy. The island is situated in the Borromean Gulf 400 meters from the lakeside town of Stresa. Isola Bella is 320 meters long by 400 meters wide and is divided between the palace, its Italianate garden, and a small fishing village. Number 3, Alberobello. Alberobello, in the region of Puglia in southern Italy, is a strange and picturesque destination which is becoming an important fixture on the travel itineraries of tour operators as well as independent travelers. The small town has been made a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its unusual districts of trulli, the characteristic whitewashed conical roofed houses of the area. It makes an interesting day trip destination or a pleasant base for a few days, especially if you stay in a trullo of your very own. The principal tourist activity in Alberobello is wandering around looking at trulli. There are also a handful of small museums, and plenty of opportunities for buying kitsch souvenirs and tasting local products. Number 2, Catania. Sicily's second largest city after Palermo, Catania's main attraction is its Baroque architecture. Founded by Ionian Greeks in 729 BC, Catania prospered as an agricultural center and remained so after it became a Roman colony. Eclipsed by Syracuse and Palermo in the Byzantine and Arab periods, it regained its importance as a trading and seafaring power under Norman rule. Spanish rulers fostered the town's prosperity, founding a university there in 1434, but natural catastrophes befell the town: the plague in 1576, lava flows in 1669 that destroyed the western part of the town, and the Great Earthquake of 1693, which left the rest in ruin. Number 1, Lucca. Lucca is a historical city located in Tuscany on the western coast of Italy. This city lies in close proximity to Pisa and is known as the City of 100 Churches due to its large amount of historical religious structures. Lucca is known throughout Italy for its fantastic medieval city walls that still encircle most of the historic old town. Originally, this city was founded by the Etruscans and was then a Roman colony around 180 BC. During the Roman era, Lucca served as an important meeting place for Julius Caesar and Crassus. In later years, the city was an independent republic for nearly 500 years as part of feudal Italy. During the 19th century, Lucca was conquered by Napoleon, and it finally became part of unified Italy in 1860. Today, Lucca is a popular tourist destination and has close ties with Pisa.